Hello, so welcome to this episode of the It's a Funny Old Life podcast. Today's guests are the Johns, a local band from Liverpool. Hello, so today I'm joined by the Johns. Mick.
Oi, oi.
What's happening?
Dom. How are you?
All good, mate, all good.
Yeah. How are you?
Dom, sound, yeah. So, what's happening to Liverpool and Everton at the moment?
Oh, I'll tell you what.
He's some form.
Straight in there
Yeah.
with the deep end there with the
Straight
footy
in
questions.
with the
Bloody hell, Joe.
Both of us are out of form, to be honest. I think it's inconsistency with Everton. We've got, because I was made up when we appointed Carlo, obviously. That was like a big, massive appointment, and obviously he's one of the best managers in the world. But all it is for Everton, is the own form. If we get like playing well at Goodison, then we'll do good.
You should go up the league.
Do you know, honestly?
It's not really a usual thing. Liverpool's quite normal for Everton now, isn't it? Have a bad run of form.
Oh,
Aye.
Digs in early there.
That's early digs, that Joseph man.
Now
He won yesterday in the Champions League.
You always like have a little bad run of form leading up to the derby, and then the game before Liverpool spank someone, don't they? Every season.
And he's
And
just
then
done it to
spank
Leipzig last night.
And they just done it to Leipzig last night, yeah. No, you aren't having the best season, like there's all that riff-raff with
Injuries
Klopp
and
and stuff and injuries and Pickford holding Van Dijk's leg up in the air and stuff like that.
Pickford conquered Van Dijk and the Covite ate it.
I think that sort of wrecked your season a little bit, to be honest, but anyway, yeah, you should be back in form. He's one of them, aren't he, Liverpool?
Yeah, he could have a goal
He's
to
at that level now where he's have a bad little spell.
You know, the key to winning the Prem last year was the same as your own form. It's honestly, yeah, but the thing is, your own form is always the most important thing. So if you've got own form, you know that you're going to win the league. Because you were going at home last year, you were just unstoppable at home. You went on a run of like, what?
Who was it who said
30 odd
good
games,
attacks win games, but good defences win leagues?
Yeah.
I don't know what
Might
he
have
said
been.
it. It's a shout and all
Yeah,
that.
good attacks on games, good defence to win the league.
Never heard of that one before.
It's a great shout.
It's a good shout though, isn't it?
I remember he said it. But
If you sort your own form out, Everton and Liverpool, we've dropped 12 points at home to West Ham, Leeds. Who were the other two? Newcastle.
Fulham beat us.
West Ham, Leeds, Newcastle and Fulham. If we'd have won like in them 4 winnable games,
You should be about second in the league.
yeah, we'd be about second in the league.
Fulham
That's how
don't look
important
like a
own
bottom
form
three
is.
sides, the way you play.
Nah, they're decent. They got a draw with us as well. They were
Like how Mike said, we've made Loftus-Cheek look like Zidane now, and he's just not. Do you know what I mean?
just some Chelsea reject.
Yeah, exactly that. He's a Chelsea reject.
So no, not like he's good or nothing.
No.
So let's get on with the podcast. So tell us about like your upbringing and your childhood, like what it was like, and what did you like doing in your childhood? And
Well, it weren't musical. It was chaotic, weren't it? Really.
Yeah. It was musical, as in like there was always music in the background. But
Yeah, that's true.
none of us played instruments until we were old, like.
Nah.
But it was cool, mate. We've always lived around here, haven't we? So
Yeah,
we lived in Margaret Road, so 4th Street.
Yeah, done.
So obviously we've lived all around, like, or just around here. We lived in Margaret Road, we lived in Bedford Road a couple of times. We lived down the road there when your mum lived in this house here, and then.
Oh, my mum lived here?
Yeah, when we were kids, your mum lived
When we
in
were
this
kids,
house.
your mum lived in this house, yeah.
And then your mum moved up to Fazachley, I think, so, or maybe around the can't remember.
Yeah, it was Fazachley.
Maybe Fazachley,
Yeah.
and then we moved in here, and then we've been here pretty much ever since then. Yeah.
But as kids, it was just, we were messing about in school, stuff like that, you know what I mean? We went to Archie's, so we just used to hang around with our mates, which is a dying art now. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Kids don't even go out anymore. Like, we used to go out and cause a bit of aggro, a bit of mischief, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Get chase off people and that. Egg winters, stuff like that. But now, I don't see kids on the street anymore. Everyone's into, like, technology, aren't they, and things like that.
Yeah.
But I think it's
It has its downside, it has its upside, but it has its downside as well, doesn't it?
yeah, you don't get kids playing out as much as we did as kids, and then we sort of got into the guitars and that. I got into the guitars late now after my nan died.
Yeah.
I got into the guitars then because I used to just sit and look after my nan really when she was ill. So yeah, other than that, Mike was in uni. I went to college and
I went to uni for a bit, yeah, and Then again, that's not really childhood anymore, is it?
No, that's true.
Our childhood, we spent most of it in and out of our nans.
Yeah.
There was 6, there was 4, obviously us 4, but then there was our Mark and Nick as well, so we'd always go to our nans on a Friday night and stay there till Sunday, didn't we?
Yeah.
And we'd make our way back home on a Sunday night. And
Did your nan always live in that house?
no, we now used to live up in, what's the area actually? It's still Walton, isn't it? On
Yeah.
Walton Road, no,
Yeah.
up by the Mackies and the Iceland.
By the Mackies on County.
I think it's still classed as Walton, yeah.
Oh,
but yeah, Walton Road, she used to live
Wally
on.
Road, yeah.
Yeah, but she lived up there and we lived here, and then we'd go to hers on a Friday and come back here on a Sunday, yeah. Boss.
Yeah.
Those were the days.
Well, roll back the years.
Proper rolling back the years. So, you like football, don't you? So, football fans. Do you remember any like teams that you play for? Like,
Yeah.
Oh,
footy
yeah.
teams?
Mike had Minster. Minster was like a family team.
Minster, we were called Minster because a fellow who sponsored us, he owned the company Minster Decorators, like a painting and decorating firm, so he sponsored us, give us all the money for the kits and that. But it's funny because everyone in the league, you just have Sunday league kits, don't you, just plain. But Charlie's name was, he had a bit of money, like, so he was like, if I'm sponsoring you, so I'm going to get your names on the back. Yeah. So we all had our names on the back of our shirts, so I had like Turing on the back of mine, and obviously all my mates had all their surnames. We turned up, like, we looked like absolute world beaters, all turned up, all dead smart in our Newcastle, like, it was like a Newcastle colour kit, black and white stripes. And all turned up and everyone's like, wow, who are these? Turned up to the league, right, the year older, the year above us, we were in the league for the year above us, and got beat 15-1 in our first game. We went 1-0 up, right, we got a pen in the first minute, Shorty Fraser scored, and my dad's like, oh, again! And the team that we were beating, a year older than us, and won the league the year before, were like, who are these lads here? Like, some kids here, younger than us, turned up with names on the back, went 1-0 up after 5 minutes. But yeah, it ended up getting me 15-1 anyway. No, we won a cup, I think we won 1 cup. They used to have a cup where they'd split the league in 2, so the top half would go in a cup and the bottom half would go in the cup, just to give the bottom half a little chance, and we won that one, I think, so. We won the cup for the bottom half of the league. Yeah. That's about as good as it got for Minster, I think. Yeah. Our Tom was in the best team, I think. We
tried a few. I was in club kits. That was like, they had like Don't Cross the Line campaign and all that. But the manager was more of a money grabber, know what I mean? He weren't interested in the footy. He was just out to get money. The subs were about a £5 every week.
Our subs were 15 quid when I used to play for the team, and our subs were 15 quid.
15 quid?
15 quid. 15 quid a month.
A month.
Back when we were kids, most teams it was £2, no subs. I used to pay £1 sometimes for Belfry, and Don maybe was £2. But then he signed for this team, and he started charging £5 subs. And to be fair, he got his about, and he did do well. But I just don't think a £5.
No, £5 subs was too much. We were a good team though. We won a few cups, and we tried another one where our Phil was manager, Wyella.
You went to Ireland though with club kits, didn't you?
We went to Ireland with club kits,
that was a good
yeah, the little...
He played, what would he call that team, the Irish team?
Oh, Shamrock.
Shamrock Rovers, yeah.
Shamrock Rovers, yeah.
Oh, yeah, they're an actual team, aren't they?
They played an actual team,
yeah. They played obviously Shamrock Rovers kids.
It was at half time on the pitch, so at half time in their game we played on their pitch. And it was like a 10-minute game, a little quick game, but it was good. Game, yeah. And we had another team called Wyella where it was just my mates. And our Phil was manager, but that ended up 2 lads ended up having a fight now in our team. And our Phil was supposed to be manager, you know what I mean, but he was on his phone for most of it. So every time we'd be like, who's throws that, or is that a corner to us? He'd just look over and our Phil would be on his phone like that, just not interested. But
little did you know, lad, he was on his tactics app.
Yeah.
On his tactics
There ends up being murder, but one training game, we had a training game where he had us playing rugby, I don't know why. But yeah, he had us playing rugby for some reason, and it ended up being a big massive fight. So that team got scrapped pretty quickly, like. But yeah, it was good.
2 players had a fight. That's like ours. Like, I'm one of the kids who has a fight with everyone.
Ah, yeah.
Yeah, it's just kids.
I seen you was playing. I went to play on
with Owen.
Pingo, yeah, a few months ago, I've seen your team playing. You're playing yellow, weren't you? Bright yellow.
Yellow and blue, yeah.
Can't miss you.
Right.
Yellow kid.
Yeah. Absolute bright yellow. Yeah, so you're a band, and you're quite, like, well, would you say you're well known in Liverpool, like a lot of
well
people?
known on Betty Road, yeah.
Just below Tiger Deli, your band, not.
Oh, yeah.
We're not well known now. We're well known to like the locals here, around here, but we're not well known on like we do well on the apps on Spotify and that and stuff like that.
Yeah, like a lot of you've got a few followers on the gram, haven't you?
On Instagram, yeah, we've got
Instagram, we used to do Instagram stories in here when me and our Mike were jobless. That was funny, like we'd have some funny stories, but it's mainly out of enjoyment, to be honest. We do it because we both enjoy playing the guitar, we both enjoy playing music, and I enjoy writing tunes, you know what I mean? So
yeah.
It's out of enjoyment, and whatever was going to come of it, like whether be it we make it or we don't, it's all for the enjoyment of it, you know what I mean? But with this COVID thing, I'm missing the gigs, definitely missing.
Yeah, you should play. I went to one of your gigs, you remember?
Did you? Which one?
Bootle.
Oh, was it the Bootle Festival one?
I think so, yeah, I went with R. Kelly.
Yeah, and the field, it was like on a field and that way.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, it was good. But it's with the COVID that we can't really get up to much at the minute. We've just recorded a new song yesterday, which is going to be coming out once we have it mastered and that, innit? Come out once we've had it mastered, so that should be...
We're just going to put something out, because it's been like probably about 9 months since we released them.
Yeah, it's
maybe
been
even
that,
12 months.
It's been that long.
I can't remember the last time we put something out, but obviously we haven't been able to, because we haven't been able to get into a studio or anything, and
just record songs.
We're not well off, are we? As you well know, we're not rich or anything, so we can't afford our own like recording equipment. Do you know what I mean? Me and Tom bought like there's these things called, I don't even know what they're called. They're just, you record songs on them basically. Audio interfaces, that's what they're called.
Oh yeah.
And you plug your instruments into them, but we've got like the cheapest one, so you can only plug like 2 instruments into it, or 2 microphones, or two things into it. So we've got that now. We've recorded bits and bobs on that. It's improved the quality of the tunes, like so. But yeah, we haven't been able to get in any studios or anyone's houses and record anything. So we're just gonna put this, just me and Tom singing in mine. Plugged into the audio interface. We're just going to get that mastered and just
there's a thing called GarageBand we had a little try with.
Oh, yeah, I can do an app on your phone, yeah.
Have you got it yet?
I've got it, yeah.
If you want to make like half-hearted songs, or have a little go where you're recording things, or you can record ideas on it, can't you?
Yeah, like if you just like you've got like there's a part you've got like a guitar, there's like piano part, and then there's others parts you have to play buttons and plays tunes.
Exactly. So you can do that for just like messing about, fiddling about. That's a good little app to do it on. So we've recorded on that as well, which isn't too bad, lad.
But yeah, to answer your original question, we're not well known really.
We wish.
Only on Betty Road.
Yeah.
Well known in Malton.
It grows though, doesn't it? I mean,
we have got,
if you branch
out, we have got fans in like different cities.
As I was literally just about to say, then if you look at our Spotify now, as Dom just mentioned, it does tell you where people are listening to you, and there is people listening all over the world. But like, I mean, I could get it up now, but my phone's in my coat, like zipped up and that outside, so I won't dodge the podcast to go get it. But you can look at it where they're listening. They're all over the world. Like you get Japan and someone in New Zealand.
I don't know. It's
like
weird.
That.
It's weird how you branch out.
It is weird. I don't know. But then it's like one stream in like New Zealand or something. Do you know what I mean? And then like 2 in Australia. And then, like, Japan there's always a few in Japan. There's usually about 28 people a month. Usually in Japan listening. And I know it doesn't sound like a lot, 28, but when you think about
it's from
Japan,
a different country and they probably don't understand the language.
Well, there's that, and obviously they're the other side of the world, like literally as far away as you can get, aren't they, Japan from us, like. So to get 28 people in Japan listening to us is I quite like it. But that's, as we said, that's one of the good things about social media and that, isn't it? Like, and then so we do alright on Spotify and that, but we're not, our gigs, there's only
we've got a good gig following, we've got a good literal following, like as far as social media goes. sometimes it goes up and down, it fluctuates. So some people follow, some people unfollow. But going to gigs and that, we always get a solid following, don't we? Because
yeah, we always get a few hundred. Like,
of our mates, we always get a couple of hundred at gigs. So yeah,
150.
in Liverpool especially, we are quite well known now.
And obviously 28 in Japan.
That's it. 28 in Japan as well.
But we get 2 viewers from Japan every 10 years. So then, I remember your first song, which was Queen of County Road, weren't it?
County, yeah.
And that was, were you before that song, that was probably when you started thinking about making a band, weren't it?
Yeah.
When did you get like inspired by anyone, or was it your nan that inspired you to do the band, or did
Yeah.
you just like music?
Well, it was me I had nothing to do after my nan died, so I was sort of just in my room, and our Mike bought me a guitar, and it was lying around for about 6 months, so our Mike said, "Oh, I'll take that guitar back if you're not going to play it." And I was like, no, I will.
I think I bought it at Easter, didn't I?
Yeah.
I come home at Christmas, and I think it was still in the box or something.
Yeah,
Maybe not in the box, but it was clearly unplayed. Like,
Yeah,
it was dust, a big layer of dust on it. I was
Yeah.
like, listen, Tom, I'll have that if you don't want to learn it.
playing it.
And I think that's what, after I said that, you were like, yeah, give us it, like,
I'll
learn
play it. And
then
then I found myself most comfortable when I was learning chords, but I was writing as I was going, do you know what I mean? So I was writing songs as I was going. So I was learning chords, and then like most of the early songs we done were dead simple chords, so everyone can play them, do you know what I mean? But the main motivation after my nan died was was music. I just, everything in my life involves music, do you know what I mean? That's what keeps
you going.
Yeah, music's massive in my life, so yeah, that was what started the band. After my nan died, I wrote Queen of County, and then our Mike was like, we can do something with this, you know what I mean? So we wrote a few others, got a little EP out which weren't recorded properly.
Yeah, it was like, it was basically like you recording us now in this room on your phone.
Yeah.
So it wasn't great, like.
Yeah, but people saw the potential in it and said, like, you know, you should make a band and
It was
start
Uncle Mark,
something.
really, wasn't it? It was
Yeah.
Uncle Mark who pushed us, like, Uncle Mark pushed us, and Uncle Mark got us 2 gigs before we could even play the instruments properly. So I think Dom was, didn't actually play guitar.
I didn't play guitar on the stage, did I?
No.
I'd give it to our film.
So for the first couple of gigs, Dom wasn't actually playing guitar simply because he couldn't play it well enough
Live.
to gig, could you?
No, it was
So the first few gigs, Dom couldn't actually play the guitar well enough to play it on stage. So me and Phil played it sort of.
And Dom was the singer.
Dom just stood at the front or something, yeah.
looked good for all the girls.
It was in Eric's in Liverpool, and then the second one, I can't remember where the second one was. I think it was somewhere similar though, around Matthew Street ways, wasn't it? Like Eric's, and then I think basically what Uncle Mark was trying to do was just get us playing in every place that the Beatles played, like.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was good. Our influences are the stuff we listened to as kids though, innit? It's like the Bee Gees and
Mersey
stuff like
Beats,
that. Anything with harmony we like, really.
Yeah.
Even the cheesy harmony tunes, you can't beat
even
harmony.
the Proclaimers, yeah.
Yeah, like the Proclaimers, people take the mick out of them a bit because of the accents and stuff, the Scottish and the walk 500 miles and all that, but the harmonies from them are class, like. So anyone with good harmonies we appreciate, we sort of use them as our inspiration.
Yeah.
Really.
I haven't got a clue what a harmony is.
Harmonies, like, so when Dom sings a different key to me, so when I sing in my voice,
so Mick, if you go now,
Oh.
no, like
and then
that.
you go the third note, Joe.
That's it. We got a song just on click track, like.
Yeah. So if you listen to the Beach Boys and the Bee Gees, they're like the best harmony groups in the world. Know what I mean? The Beatles obviously a great harmony.
Have a listen, Joseph, when you get in. Have a listen to like the Beatles early stuff.
Yeah, the Beach Boys are probably they're like a barbershop quartet, aren't they?
Good example. Good example for stuff like that. But that's our main asset, that harmony, like songs with bands with brothers in. So you've got the Beach Boys, Oasis, the Proclaimers, and bands like that where you've got brothers, the Everly Brothers, and the sound of like family voices.
Yeah, that First Aid Kit's a class as well, their sisters, aren't they?
Yeah, First Aid Kit's a good
harmonies,
one.
you can't beat harmonies from family harmonies are the best harmonies.
There's something about though, having
Everly
a
Brothers.
sibling and singing together where your voices blend a bit better than what, like you say, you and your mate do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's our main idea. So yeah, that's how it gets going.
So that was like when you and you Sarah was saying before that someone organised your first gig without you. Do you, and I remember you played a gig. Was it in Morecambe?
Yeah, Morecambe was good.
I remember my mum was I was in my nan's and my mum phoned me and I listened through my ma's phone.
Did you? Yeah, that's proper fun, that, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's loyalty.
I remember that, to be honest. I remember that, yeah.
And my mum told me to play a song.
Did she? Yeah.
Told us to play Queen of County Road for
Oh,
you.
yeah.
Was it? Yeah, was that what it was?
Yeah.
Queen of County was, yeah. We haven't, to be honest, we haven't recorded Queen of County Road yet.
No, we had a little Jag version of it, didn't we?
Yeah, we had an old version of it, but that's one we'll have to do. Because the fans love Queen of County Road.
I enjoy it, to be honest.
Yeah, that's it. We need to record that.
What's your favourite song that you have recorded as a Queen of County Road?
Well, we haven't recorded that, haven't we, so?
Oh, you just said that.
Mine's, it's hard for me, really.
Because you've got quite a few, haven't you?
Yeah, mine's probably between Soul and So Alone.
Yeah.
I'd probably say my favourite So Alone, to be fair.
Yeah, So Alone is probably our best.
I really like that.
Yeah.
I just like the tune. When you listen to your own, I'd say I don't really listen to the Johns. I don't know. But it's not because I don't like the music. Obviously, I love the music, but it seems a bit big-headed, doesn't it? Listening to your own songs. But I don't. I think I could play So Alone in the car and bop my head to it, like, and be, not be bothered that, like, I'm listening to my own Slack sort of thing. Yeah. You know what I mean? One of them. Also, I do like Soul as well. I probably enjoy Soul live more than the recording. No, I love playing Soul live. Yeah. But I'd say for me, So Alone probably.
Yeah, I'll go with Soul.
My favourite one's Lucy.
Lucy, yeah, tune.
Bit of a rocker, it's a bit more rocky, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a bit heavier, Lucy, isn't
it? Yeah. What was your favourite gig that you played in?
Oof.
Tough one, that. I'd say Why Not for me was great. Like, just
the festival was awesome. Yeah. We had a tent and it was teeming down with rain, so we had the worst kip of our lives.
Proper festival. Not like we've done festivals, but little small ones, like little ones in like Ormskirk or little ones, just in like Manchester or something. But that Why Not was the first big, like, it's a major festival, it's like a big festival.
Why Not? Where's that? Is it Liverpool?
Where was it? It was not Leicestershire. I don't know. Do you know what? I can't even remember. Derbyshire.
Derbyshire, yeah.
Derbyshire, I think. And
Midlands. Was it Midlands?
I don't know, mate, to be honest. I'm not good at geography. You're probably better than me being at school.
Just geography?
Have you?
Yeah.
Have you?
Don't blame you. No, I hated geography at school. I can't even,
It's weird subject,
why not? And I think in Liverpool I enjoyed the new Jacaranda. There's a new bar opened, weren't there, the Jacaranda.
Jacaranda 2?
Yeah, Jacaranda 2.
Oh yeah.
We done a gig there. Yeah, we done a gig around there at Christmas time.
Yeah, that was good.
And it was a brilliant gig. Like, that was for the turnout. We had about 200 fans there. Boss atmosphere. Everyone was on blob, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
When you have a good gig and that it's been successful, like, so I'd say the Jacaranda. But Why Not Festival was funny, because we had the worst sleep of our lives, yeah. We had the tent ended up going flat, didn't it?
Well, we turned up, we left here quite late, because procrastination is the John Billy pretty much. So, we were just, basically, what I mean by that, mate, is we were just wasting time in the house, just being absolute pains, forgetting our equipment. I think we got down the road and we'd forgot something, so we had to come back for it. We went to Sainsbury's, we had to come back for it. So then we turned up and it was starting to go dark, so we had to put the tent up in like sort of dim and light, do you know what I mean? So the tent was only sort of half up, wasn't it? The tent was only like half up. So then we woke up the next morning, there's like a puddle in like the porch bit, big massive puddle.
Oh no.
And luckily our shoes or anything weren't in there, but all our food and that was, so all our food.
Soggy sausage rolls.
Yeah, like it was all soaked. So everything that we were going to eat was soaked, so I was like, oh, this is horrible, this. So we got up, didn't we, and we were playing that day. I think we were playing about 4 o'clock in the afternoon, or 5 o'clock. So I was like, we might as well get up. It was like 7 a.m. or something.
What the hell?
I know, but we just didn't sleep. So we drove to a Mackey's, didn't we? So we drove off the campsite, went to a Mackey's.
So there was a Mackey's nearby in there
Yeah,
to save
it was
you.
absolutely lashing down, it was freezing. So we basically sat in the Mackey's for about 4 hours, didn't we?
Yeah, what a waste.
We sat in the Mackey's for about 4 hours just wasting time buying coffees and then bought like burgers. Bought our brekkie and then when it got to like 11 o'clock we bought like burgers and sat there for another hour.
In the end we were getting snarled at, weren't we? The staff were like...
In the end the staff were like, who are these scruffs just trying to house themselves in Mackey's, but we left anyway and went back, and the gig was great. We got off after it because obviously our tent when we got back from Mackey's, our tent was completely flat, covered in rain with like all our stuff in, so our clothes and that were in there as well. So we pulled our clothes out the tent and they were a bit wet, so we were drying them on the heaters in the car, weren't we? It was just an all round disaster, but it was funny.
But we enjoyed it, yeah. It even though it was a disaster, you couldn't help but have a laugh, do you know what I mean? So we had a good laugh there. Because everything was going wrong, and every time something went wrong in the end, we just started laughing. The only thing that never happened was the car breaking down, weren't it?
Oh, I didn't know that.
Which I thought,
we were like...
thought it was as well. Us four, you know, the size of us were all like 6'4", in a little sit-in C2 on it. That little sit-in that I used to have, the little black sit-in, it was an absolute binhead. And there's 4 of us, me, Dom, Barry and Sam, and Barry's head in the back like the Antill mob. Dom in the passenger seat, but yeah, it was a laugh. Like the gig was great though. The actual gig, it was empty when we got on the stage. But obviously, there's all different people playing around, and then they all start sort of stopping, and then everyone comes into your tent. So by the end, there was about 800, 900 people in there, like, which is
there was loads of different stages as well. So we could watch bands. We were watching bands, as fans. So, because we were playing, we got in free, obviously. So we got to watch bands we like. So yeah, Why Not Festival and Jacaranda, I'd say, mate. They were our best two.
And Dolan was class as well, but that was
fun. Holland, we went to Holland.
You went to Holland for a gig?
Yeah.
What?
Was.
Great. Again, that's just, I could talk all day about that one.
Yes.
We don't want to break your podcast because we're talking too long.
No, yeah.
Our Joseph's podcast just breaks because the Johns won't shut up.
You've played in the Stewart a few times, haven't you?
Stewart, yeah, as a local, but that's just acoustic, isn't it?
An acoustic set in there, a little karaoke type.
What's the Stewart? I don't know when that's going to reopen either.
No, that closed down. It got nicked, didn't it?
Did it?
Or something got robbed, didn't it?
Did it, yeah?
Yeah, they closed it down and then... Apparently, yeah, my dad told me. So during the night, don't think if anyone was working, they just closed it up and someone got in and nicked everything and like smashed it up and everything.
When was this?
Oh, that's scum, that.
But I think it was either Jordan or just before we went into the first lockdown.
Sorry.
It's because all the windows were like the wooden windows, I don't know what they're called.
Yeah.
Like when something's been smashed.
Yeah, they went in.
Boarded up, that's it. Yeah, just got smashed up and...
It's sad that, isn't it? It's our local, they do the best Guinness in the world, the Stewart as well.
Guinness in there.
Memories from there.
I know.
Watching Liverpool win the UCL.
Did you, yeah? Is that where you watched it?
Me and my dad went, and then some of his mates came over.
That's good, isn't it? What was that, the Champions League?
Yeah, when we beat Tottenham.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Oh, that was on ball. That wasn't an on ball.
Yeah.
I'd actually went an handball, to be honest.
Booted it in his hand, didn't he? Remember, man, he just whacked it to Soho.
Oh yeah, the pen. Yeah, but he got one in the end, didn't he? He got one to make it 2-0, didn't he?
So that probably would have been 1-0.
So, yeah, so probably would have been 1-0. Without VAR.
The whole game was poor, to be honest.
Yeah, it was. To be
Can't believe it was a Champions League final.
Hello.
Honestly.
Hello.
So, got no more questions to ask. Go.
It's time that it's branched out well anyway.
Yeah.
30 minutes is enough to decent amount of time.
Yeah, people won't get bored.
I'd say anything over like, I don't know, 45 minutes. It's
a bit boring.
People just get a bit like, oh, are they going to shut up or what?
Yeah.
I think half an hour though was a decent benchmark to set yourself.
That's what my dad said when he was writing down questions. He went,
Yeah, you don't
at
want
least
to see
least do it about like 20-25 minutes long, because people will end up just getting bored watching it.
That's what I
Yeah.
mean,
So half an hour's decent.
Half an hour.
Time perfect. It's a funny old life. Thanks for having us.
Thanks for
Don't
coming.
forget us when you go big as well.
Oh, yeah.
No,
When this
no,
gets
no.
massive, don't forget
When
about
you've,
it.
when you've got like Robert De Niro and Leonardo DiCaprio.
I've got to buy a local coming on.
Have you? Yeah.
Yeah,
Have you, yeah?
Plymouth manager.
Oh, that's boss that.
He used to live up the road there, didn't he?
Yeah.